Another year over, a new one just begun, or beginning soon. That means it's time for me, Kevin Neal, to introduce my top 20 favorite records from 2022. Last year I went a little long. This year I'm going to keep it short and sweet. No more than a minute and a half or 5 minutes. All right, let's dig in. Returning to my list of favorite records is The Spoon with their modern classic Lucifer on the Sofa. At number 19 is Dehd, Blue Skies. Rolling Blackout's Coastal Fever, their new record Endless Rooms, is sitting at number 18. Big Time by Angel Olsen is sitting at number 17. I've never gotten into an Angel Olsen record quite like I have with this album. She went country and it's great. Number 16 is the Canadian institution, the Sadies with Colder Streams. The streak of country records continues with number 15 with Katie Crutchfield and Jess Williamson and their new project, Plains, I Walked With You a Ways. Number 14 is a real treat, NNAMDI, Please Have a Seat. Number 13 is Orville Peck and his sophomore album, Bronco. Number 12 is an album that is out digitally and I think on CD, but it is not out physically on vinyl until January. Of course, I'm talking about Wilco with their record, their double album, Cruel Country. They also went country this year. A lot of country music. Let's head back to Canada with number 11, Kiwi Jr, Chopper, the most overlooked album of 2022. If you haven't heard it yet, do yourself a favor, listen to it. Number 10 is a band that I've been a fan of since I heard their debut single last year. I'm so glad their album's out and it's great. This is Wet Leg with their album, Wet Leg. Number 9 is McKenzie from New Zealand with his debut solo album. You might remember him from Flight of the Conchords, Songs Without Jokes. Number 8 is Bartees Strange with Farm to Table. I saw him open last December for Courtney Barnett, and I've never been blown away by an opener like I have at that show, at least not in a long time. And then this album came out this year, and it's just incredible. Number 7 is the second New Zealand record on this list. What's going on in New Zealand? Great music with the Beths, because you don't call them the Beths. They're from New Zealand. You call them the Beths. With their album, Expert in a Dying Field. I did not almost forget the album title. And the harmonies, the guitar parts. I've been a fan of this band for I think 3 records now, and it's been really cool watching them just get slightly better and better and better, and then come up with this, which is their best album by far. Yeah, it's definitely worth listening if you like catchy songs with crunchy guitars and great melodies. Speaking of great melodies, Sloan Steady. Kind of pun in the name, Slow and Steady, Sloan, with their album Steady. Their 13th record, Canadian power pop institution. If you don't know them, you're probably not Canadian. If you are Canadian and you do know them, you might just remember like Money City Maniacs or Losing California or If a Field Could Do It or etc, etc, etc. But they are still pumping out great, very consistent albums. That's what happens when you have 4 awesome songwriters in the band. Let's enter the top 5. At this point, any of these records probably could be my favorite album of the year. And I've been changing the order of these records for weeks now. But I think my 5th favorite record of the year is Kurt Vile, Watch My Moves, his most consistent album since Wakin' on a Pretty Days. Number 4 is Alex G with, whoa, God Save the Animals. Number 3 is Kevin Morby, also known basically by me as K-Mo, with his album, This Is a Photograph. Listen, Kevin Morby has put out a number of records in recent years, and this album sort of sounds like all those records combined, fused. It's like he's taken everything he's learned and he's put it into this record, which isn't to say it's derivative. There's definitely styles and approaches to songs that I haven't heard him do before as well. So it's really the complete package. It's his most consistent albums in city music, probably. It's probably his best album. It's really good. Listen to it. Go see him live if you can. Kevin Morby. Number 2, we're staying in Canada for Alvvays, or as I like to call him to bug my wife, Alvvays, but it is pronounced always, with their third record, Blue Rev. Again, I've been saying consistent a lot in this list, but I think this is their most consistent record. Every song on here, bangers. Listen to Belinda Says and listen for that key change. What could be my favorite record of 2022? Of course, the answer, we all knew it all along, didn't we? Big Thief, Dragon, New Warm Mountain, I Believe in You. Yes, that's a giant title, but oh my God, these songs, this is a proper double album, and they could have just dropped one record and then dropped the second record later in the year, and they would have been celebrated because they did that in like 2019. But this year it's the same record, and I don't know how they keep doing it. Like, I keep thinking we've reached the peak of Big Thief. I thought that in 2019 with Two Hands, and then they come up with this record where there's 20 songs that are 20 different styles. This is the record that, in my opinion, defined this year. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I have kept this below 5 minutes, or maybe like 5.5, hopefully below 7 minutes. Thanks for being great. I'll see you with my top 20 records in 2023. Is that how I'm gonna end it? That's how I'm gonna end it.